everyone, this is NIKKI Sandoval. I am the owner of PRETTYME Wellness Clinic and Spa, and I'm also the originator of Snow White Ribset. And as promised, I will be telling you how the Snow White Ribset has started. It was actually last year when the Cinderella drip sales were soaring, and that everyone in the IV industry wants to be a reseller or at least a part of the selling team. But unfortunately, the pricing was being monopolized by the company who bought the exclusive rights to sell Cinderella in the country. And so if any one of you has noticed, the prices of Cinderella is a bit higher than the usual or the other brands of glutathione in the country. And so because of that, I thought of something else that at least could rival Cinderella in the market. And I was lucky enough that I came across a Korean company named BH Lab. Now it's called Nexus Pharma, and it's a Korean company that distributes slimming, whitening injections and the like. And they offered me to introduce Lipoic instead in here in the Philippines. And so after a thorough research and of course their permits, KFDA and all those necessary things for them to sell and export here in the Philippines, I agreed to introduce Lipoic instead here in the Philippines. And so when I have the Lipoic instead on hand, I told the company that I will not be using Lipoic instead as a brand name because it's not very catchy, it's very generic. Unlike Cinderella, that once you tell your clients Cinderella, they will actually remember it right. And so I thought of something else. Since Cinderella was coined to a Disney princess, or after a Disney princess, Cinderella, I thought that why would I not be using Snow White, since Snow White is a lot fairer than Cinderella. And the company thought it's brilliant, so we started using Snow White as a brand. And for me, I think it's a blessing in disguise on my part, because the time that I introduced Snow White here in the Philippines was also the time that the sales of Cinderella were going erratic because of the parallel imports from Malaysia, from Thailand, from Pakistan, and also from Indonesia. And so I was able to easily secure my business niche, and that's the time that Snow White Drip was born. And so you may ask me, what is the difference between Snow White and Cinderella? Well, both of them has glutathione. They also have vitamin C and alpha lipoic acid. The difference is on the content of each vial and ampules. With Cinderella, it can be 600 milligrams or 1,200 milligrams glutathione. The alpha lipoic acid or lipodicin of Cinderella is only 25 milligrams per 5 ml, and their vitamin C is only 10,000 milligrams per 10 or 20 ml. So it's a little bit lower than the Snow White. The Snow White actually has, I actually insisted the company to give me only 1,200 milligrams with the set. So it has a 1,200 milligrams glutathione. It has 300 milligrams of alpha lipoic acid per 12 ml, and also 20 or 10 grams of vitamin C in a vial. And so to cut the chase, the main difference between Snow White and Cinderella is their content of alpha lipoic acid. With Cinderella, it only contains a scant amount of 25 milligrams per 5 ml, while Snow White contains 300 milligrams per 12 ml. But the question is, what is alpha lipoic acid? Why do we need alpha lipoic acid in our aesthetic need? In Europe, actually, alpha lipoic acid is being used in the medical field to provide relief from tingling sensation, burning sensation, pain for those clients having diabetic neuropathy. And also alpha lipoic acid, on the other hand, helps lower the blood sugar level in the body. And statically speaking, alpha lipoic acid can actually restore vitamin C, vitamin E, Q10, glutathione in the body. So it means that the use of alpha lipoic acid in our drip set, Snow White drip set, is to prolong the effectivity of glutathione and the vitamin C. And so maybe your next question is, do we need that much of an alpha lipoic acid? The answer to your question is yes, if your body is being compromised. No, if your body is healthy. Now let's talk about the pricing. Here in the Philippines, Sindela, which is a bit lower when it comes to alpha lipoic acid, has a higher price, surprisingly, with the Snow White. I told Nexus Pharma to have an SRP of 8,000 per set here in the Philippines, while Sindela, I think they have 9,000 per set. So still, Snow White won the race when it comes to pricing. But if you find a Snow White set expensive, actually I have with me a Snow White set, the alpha lipoic acid, the vitamin C, and of course glutathione with 1000 milligrams per vial with SRP of 8,000 coming from Nexus Pharma. If you find this expensive, you can choose another version of this one. It's the Aurora set. Same glutathione, same vitamin C, but with a lower version of the alpha lipoic acid. This is the Aurora set. If you're going to ask me which is more effective, the answer is it will depend on your body. If your body is not compromised, you can choose this one, a lot cheaper, but it's also effective. Remember, it doesn't mean that it's cheaper, it's not effective. This one is also effective since the glutathione is, the content of the glutathione here is just the same. And so, for those interested parties who want to be a reseller and distributor, you can just send us a message on our Facebook page, PRETTYME Wellness Clinic and Spa. And so I'll be seeing you very, very soon. Ciao, have a nice day.